hands on you right now. Uhlaluthi next year. All right. Ngicela nishayele isandla for being here this morning. No, you can do better than that. Put your hands together for your son. Somebody scream. Somebody scream. All right. I'm going to call our MC for today, but on the countdown, let's count now on 6. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me, Rory Sound! Yay! 18 Mayeng! Dumela! Asio Vaal 18 Mayeng! I can hear this side, 18 Mayeng! Veke. Oh man, it's so good to be here. You can take your seats. Give somebody a high five. How are you, Fati? Orashon Twana? Urait in Twana? Fede. Tasama Bakaiteng. A very good morning. Are we good for the day? Nakaliviso ki rorisang ki muradwa hatande kiso ki ngwana wa mona. Any Vaal young people here? Hey, is there anybody who's not from the Vaal? If you're not from the Vaal, there's one or two, you are officially from the Vaal, okay? Give them a round of applause. Well, friends, we have a very important day ahead of us, and for a number of reasons, because today we've got a big ask. We've got to ask ourselves quite important questions, and we're so lucky that we have the privilege and the pleasure of having great speakers, great minds, and great industry leaders who are going to be speaking to us. Some of the individuals that are going to get on the stage, it takes months for people to get one simple meeting with them. And today we have the privilege to hear them share some insights. I want you to tell your neighbor, it's looking good for you today. It's looking really good for you today. Maybe this is the question, how? How do we make it in an economy that looks like it's crumbling before our eyes? How do we make it when society looks like it's deteriorating? How do we make it when bills have to be paid and responsibilities are there and our mental health is compromised? Well, today we may not have all the answers, but we believe we've got a starting point. And the starting point is that as EmpowaYouth, our aim is not only to equip young people, to enrich them, to inspire them, but one of our main things is to reactivate in them to be young people who participate meaningfully to the economy. And maybe you're sitting there going, some of you are thinking that, right? But today we're going to try to find ways of how to be better, how to be connected, how to transform, and more importantly, how we can pivot. So I want you today to make it personal. Make it about you. It's easy to look at the economy as a whole, but look at yourself and say, where do I fit into the equation? Can we give a round of applause for EmpowaYouth for coming to the Vaal? I know many of us are still going to be coming in, and as they come in, we'll welcome them. But Kibuile hore, I am home. This very stage is where I used to dance. I can't look like it was Hua. This is where I used to speak this Hua. On this very stage. And the church plays a pivotal role in society, not just as a faith point, but also as an enabler, as an empowerment. And we can't but think of anyone better to welcome us today. It's our host, church, but also a leader in this community. Why are leaders important? They open pathways for the next generation to come in. So I'm going to ask you to help me honor him. Hasan Tatla staging. Ke moruti wa rona mona hae Kononia Bible Church. Ka ntle lo senya nako ha re meng ka maoto re mo paleng matsoho as he comes up. Moruti Mthimkhulu. Ke kopa re mo paleng matsoho a santse a tumela.
Bravo, young people, bravo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, partners, and most importantly, the vibrant young minds that are gathered here today, good morning. Well, it is both an honor and a privilege to welcome you to this Empower Youth event, a space of ideas, innovation, opportunity, and transformation. So today is not just an event. It is a divine appointment on these blessed and holy grounds. It is a moment where potential is going to meet preparation, where vision is going to meet opportunity, and where future is not just discussed, but it is shaped. In Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11, the Bible says, and this are the words of King Solomon, "Again I saw under the sun, the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to the intelligent, nor favor to those with knowledge. But time and chance happens to them all." So today, it is time and chance happening to all of you here as young people. In 1998, the 1998 class of the Bafana team went to France in the World Cup. And going there, two young men, their families in preparation were happy, their community was happy, everybody was ready, screens were put up to watch from here what's going to happen in France. But when those two young men got to France, in the middle of the night, they sneaked out of the team camp to go enjoy themselves under the lights of France. And when they came back, they were discovered by the coach. And immediately they were given marching orders, sent back to the country. Can you just imagine what happened to their families? What happened to their communities? What happened to the sponsors that had put out big checks for those young men to be there? They never kicked a ball. They were sent back home because they messed up the time and the chance that they were given. So I just want to say to you today, please make use of this time, make use of these premises profitably. And I think when you came here as a young person, the one thing you did not see in this yard is a single paper. So let's keep this yard clean. Let's keep the vibe. Let's look forward to everything that's going to happen here. And I just want to say to you, you will never be sorry for being here. This is the moment to learn. This is the moment to connect. This is the moment to see beyond your current circumstances. Because sometimes all it takes is one opportunity, one idea, one conversation, and your whole life is turned around. I'm going to ask that we stand so that we give a word of prayer. Then we hand over everything to our MC. Heavenly Father, we come before you with grateful hearts, acknowledging that you are the giver of every opportunity and the author of every good and perfect work. We thank you for this gathering today, for the vision behind it, for the hands that have prepared it, and for every young person present here. We recognize, Lord, that this is not by accident, but by divine arrangement. Because your word reminds us that time and chance happens to all. Father, we pray this moment will not pass us by without impact. Open our eyes to see opportunities. Open our minds to receive wisdom. Open our hearts to embrace growth. For every young person here, we pray for clarity of purpose. Where there is confusion, bring direction. Where there is doubt, bring confidence. Where there is limitation, release creativity and innovation. Lord, we ask that you would bless every speaker, every exhibitor, and every session today. Let ideas be born, let connections be formed, let doors be opened that no one can shut. May this week ignite something greater than ambition. May it ignite purpose. We ask and we pray for all this in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Bravo, young people, bravo.
Thank you, Pat. Can we give him another round of applause? But I want to remind you of a sermon series you once did. I think it was 2008 or 2009. You did a series called Occupy Until I Come. Do you remember that series? And that series changed my life because he wasn't just speaking from a faith perspective. He actually broke it down into the different places that we need to occupy. And that's what sparked in me my desire for my career and some of the things that I've gone out to do. So I don't want you to take lightly anything that's going to be said here today. Many of you have been in workshops, you've been in training programs, you've been everywhere, and sometimes we can get used to and too familiar in being rooms like this, and we miss the opportunity to take the word that actually helps us to change our minds and our ways. Are we in agreement that we're soaking in everything, Kajeno? Are we in agreement? Yes. All right. We're going to call up the next speaker to join us. Dumelang lona ba fitlang. Hello. Hi. We acknowledge you. Lilei timara mara ke a le rata. All right, we're going to try very much that as the different groups arrive, that it doesn't distract the room or the people who are on stage. So please, if you are walking in and we do have a speaker on stage, let's just respect that. Amen. Yes, we're going to take care of the space. Our next speaker is someone that if you've ever encountered him, it will be very difficult for you to leave that conversation the same. Every single time, I think today is the first time, as long as I have lived, because he's lived longer than me, that he's not asked me, and maybe because our interaction was very short this morning. But he's somebody who's always taken an opportunity, whether it's young or old, to provoke the way we think and apply ourselves. He's always been somebody who pulled you out of your ordinary way of thinking and pushing you to start to think bigger. He's a pastor, he's a business executive, he's an investor, but more than anything, he is somebody that we can look up to in different sectors and say, how did you do it and how do we follow in your steps? Ladies and gentlemen, it gives great privilege for me to call my uncle, Reverend Dan Mutaung, to the stage.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yep, that sounds like him.
One of the best things you can ever have is life. Do I have any living human being in this house who's grateful that I'm here, I'm alive, I'm well? Stand on your feet. Stand on your feet. Shout, I'm alive. I didn't hear you shout out, I'm alive. I am alive. Because one day you'll try to wake up and discover you are dead. So while you live, make the most of this opportunity. My beloved, please take your seats. We love you. Thank you very much. Let me start by greeting the visionary, Ndate Masiza. You are such a visionary I pray to God gives you more visions and lose more sleep. Because if a country does not have men of vision, it perishes in its mass. And I want you to put your hands together for the visionary, Simpiwe Masiza. Put your hands together. I also want to thank my leader, Muruti, the bishop, the man of this house, the bishop, Mtimkulu, and his beloved wife, and the leadership, and every one of you, and to my little child there, Rory, and to all of you, and to our partners and friends, thank you very much. It is always amazing that Muruti has mentioned what I was going to talk to you about. But I like it because it tells me that we are aligned, we are seasoned, we are not conflicting in what we are going to share. So I want to read a scripture very shortly. It's written by the wisest man and the richest man. Let me tell you, in life, I've met the richest people. I've met the poorest people. I like the rich better. I was poor. I've met the rich people who came from the same background. Only small things have made a difference. The book of Ecclesiastes is written by a man called Solomon, the wisest man. I would like that. But what impresses me most, was not only wise, he was rich. And he writes in the book of Ecclesiastes 9:11, like a USA emergency call line, 911. He writes the following words. He says, I have observed something under the sun. The race is not to the swift. It's not how fast you can run. Not the battle to the strongest. No bread to the wise. No riches to the man of understanding. No favor to the man of skills. But, say but. This is where it encompasses all of us. All of us came for two things. My pastor's already said it. Time and chance happen to them all. Now, let's go a little bit of a study. What do we mean time? Time is the only commodity that you can trade, that you can optimize, but you can also waste. But time you cannot save. Time is the only difference, Rory, that makes the difference between you and the richest people. How and where and what you do with the time. Every one of us, God is so fair, He's so just. Every one of us, Jack Ma says, every one of us, rich and poor, God has allocated us equal time. But you know what makes you different? Show me where you spend your time. I'll tell you how your pocketbooks looks like. Show me where you invest your time. I'll show you how your future will look like. The problem is we have people who have no respect of time. I make my money selling time. If I call you and I give you what we call PI, professional index, professional view. I give it value and time. If I give you a business idea, I said, if you do this and this and this, it must give you this. If it does not work out, come back, let me pay you back. Why? And if you consult, you spend time. So whenever somebody gives you a time, it can be a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, how you use it is different. When I was in business, in corporate, we used to call it what we call elevator pitch. If you bump into the CEO of Transnet by then in the floor walking into the building, and you want to ask him to authorize a 3 billion business in the next 15 minutes, or if you cannot tell me, I walk in 3 minutes I go out, you'll never tell it to me in an hour. What is that? It's a skill of practice. Have you perfected your time? Have you understood that time can make you rich? Time can make you poor. How you use it is dependent on the skill. You have to learn the skill of time. God has given you equally. No one of you is going to stand before God and says, no, you didn't give me enough time. The problem is you are wasting time. You are wasting time on things that don't have any internal rate of return or any return. You have wasted time on things that you cannot sell. You have wasted your time on things that are just giggling you, not empowering you. That season is over. Black man, black child, if you waste time, you will pay for it for the rest of your time. And remember, there's seasons of time. There's a season of development. There's a season where you must maximize. You cannot do other things at a particular time because your body starts going down. But even if you are skilled, you can be operated by a dying old man surgically, clinically, and survive. You know what? He does not have strength, but he has used his time well. What about you? Time and chance happens to all of us. We are given it equally. It depends where you want to do. Don't waste what? Your time. Say after me, I don't want to waste time. A rich man had a nice program. He wanted to empower a few people. And he said to them, I want you to meet me at 5:30 in the morning. And the first person who arrived was at 6 o'clock. He says, no, go back. And he says, I want you next week, meet me again at 5:30 in the morning. And the next time they arrived, the other person was there at 5:30. He says, you almost were on time. Because if it's 5:30, it's not the time of arrival. It's time to start. Time. And the next time he did it, the person got there at quarter to 5 early in the morning. He says, now you're on time. I can employ you. Because if you run late on productivity, you lose more money. Don't waste your time. Let's go to the second principle I want you to learn. It's a principle of opportunity. AmaXhosa ayithetha kakuhle athi lo Thixo uhamba ngereji. It cannot be translated in any other language. It means that opportunity, it's a window. It passes by. No opportunity remains the same forever. And opportunities are windows. If you don't climb in it, if you have checked, there used to be this American, I get to be limited skipping. So they play it this way. So you have to gauge your timing. And you jump in. Opportunity is a window. It doesn't wait. It's a moving target. Many of us, you think you have an opportunity if it's waiting for you. That's a liability. It's going to cost you. Anything that will impact and change your life is always moving. It's never waiting for you. You must run after it. You must chase after it. You must make an effort to claw back. Chase after it. Opportunities that are life-changing. They call it opportune. Opportune is when the sea is pushing back, high tide and low tide. There's a time to jump in. If you are here in this house, let me tell you, don't miss the opportunity. It comes once. I believe there's someone who's sitting under my voice who in the next 5 years will be a millionaire, will be an entrepreneur, will be successful, will be rich. Take the opportunity. It is a chance. Opportunities are attracted to people who are prepared. Prepared. You never get an opportunity if you are not prepared. In other words, before the opportunity comes, show me your net. Show me what you are busy mending together. Because opportunity never comes for people who are not prepared. Because if an opportunity comes and you're not prepared, you have wasted it and it never comes back. Opportunities are sensitive. They like prepared people. A Jewish friend of mine and a partner said to me, Rabbi, when they're upset with me, they call me pastor. Says, Rabbi, the problem with black people, and listen to me, I'm telling, they say the problem with people, you are never prepared. You want to be given things. Preparation brings attraction. When you are prepared, you attract power, you attract success. You are attracted because order in a Hebrew or Jewish practice is a magnet of success. Show me what you are in order of. That's why Rorisankisa out of order. Because you are wasting an opportunity. People are not in order because they don't know how to prepare, and therefore they miss the season. May I talk to you? Please, go set your house in order. Go set your life in order. So that when we present opportunities like you have today, you are ready to take them up, right? And I'm about to close. So when you are ready, opportunities are an extension of your preparedness. Opportunities are an extension of your preparedness. You can never see, I've never met a successful person who never prepared in private. You lack stage too much. You lack attention too much. Successful people don't bring attention. They prepare themselves. Because when the lion comes, you be by yourself. You train yourself in privacy. When an opportunity comes, you don't waste it. You grab it with two hands, you run with it, and you are able to transform other people. And how you did it, because you were prepared for it. Has it load on trainer? This is not lottery. This is how we prepare leaders in our country. Be prepared. I want to be ready. I am ready. The question is ready to do what? Whatsoever your hands can find, whatsoever your hands can do it. And do it as if you're doing it unto God. If you're a street sweeper, sweep well. If you're a singer, sing well. If you are a leader, lead well. I'm done. Because today, time, opportunity, chance have come. Because it's a destiny moment. It's your destiny moment. Every one of us, Jeremiah already, God says to Jeremiah, before you were born, I knew you, and I ordained you, I appointed you, I prepared you for the birth. Every one of you have got a plan in God's master plan. You are a feature there. In this country until it's done by you. You are the master plan. You are the one that must do it. Because why? I was born for that. And when you are born for it, you are not only trying to sell it. When you do it, it will pay you. Do you know what you are destined for? Today, God has made it possible that destiny, time, opportunity must come to meet here because someone must be successful. It's ordained. It's not a mistake, Caesar. It's not a happenstance. This was orchestrated before the foundations of the earth. And you were in God's plan. In other words, when holy God in his eternal glory planned about today in his eternity, you were there. He knew you would be here. He knew Coca-Cola will be waiting for you outside. Unilever will be waiting for you outside. Every VUT, all these bodies were prepared. This must be about destiny. It's your destiny moment. Catch it. Say, I am a champion. And my destiny has come. You don't talk like you just had a nice goal at La Puerta. I'm a champion. And my destiny has come. And I am here to meet my destiny. Maybe when you're not used to our kind of churches we lead. We lead churches of people that are talking. Because there's power in what you say. There's words. How do I create? How we fella? You are declaring it. I am a champion. We believe in the power of words. When I was poor, I told my server, I've heard for the first time, I think it was Dr. Frederick Price, I'll never be broke another day in my life. I said it again, but today I will never be broke another day in my life. Because you only attract what you declare. You only attract what you profess. Who of you say, I'm a champion? You are a champion. You are a champion. Even if things don't look like you're winning, let me tell you, you are a champion. Master something. Understand something. Few minutes, I'm done. Preparation. You have to be prepared for it. No champions are made without preparation. Muhammad Ali said, champions are made in the dawn of the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Champions are made. You are never a champion by speech. You are a champion by conduct. You are a champion by what you do. You are a champion because of your preparedness. Take time. Take advantage of your preparedness. What about your faith? Thank you. I was wondering where I am. What about your faith and prayer? Faith in Christ. We believe that prayer, everything is dependent on prayer. We don't pray because things are okay. We pray to make things okay. We prepare because we believe things will be okay. We don't waste time. Prayer is what you need. And because prayer without hope is not going to help you. You need to have hope. Because hope tells you tomorrow will be better. Today will be better. Tomorrow will be better. When I grew up, I had hope that one day the Lord will hear my prayers. And when the opportunity came to study, I studied like it's ready. To be poor is not an ashamed thing. It's an opportunity to be ready. In conclusion, there's a song that I had sang here. I said, faith is a bridge. All right, not loyal. It's It looks like it's a theme song here. Because hope tells you, try again.
That's good.
Try again.
That's good.
If you fail today, I'll tell you what, I failed so many times, go vets. I have my MBA with a 1% condoned. I failed so many times that the professor will have can you please help me? I can't do this. I've got an MBA with a condoned 1% from vets. Right?
Good, sir.
Try again.
Yeah.
As I close, why are we prepared people? Because we are now here. And there's an opportunity. And we have chance to take over. And the timing is right. I want to read the last words as I sit down. St. Augustine once said these words: pray as though everything depended on God, and work as hard as though everything depended on you. And I want to add, take opportunities as they come. Lastly, Tate Masiza, to you and your team, we thank you once again, my leader. Thank you, my brother, for bringing us this opportunity, this season. It's a rare opportunity. I wish somebody's hungry enough. You know, poverty munati, because it creates a rare thing. It's called hunger. If you are hungry enough, those that played sports, Asobra Mike, those that played sports, when a team is losing, the coach has run out of techniques and skills and formats or boards are in the dressing room. How bad you want it. How bad you want to be successful. How bad do you want it. If you want it bad enough, your time has come. And I read my prayer to you while you are seated. Father God, we thank you that we're here and the opportunity is here. Open up our eyes to see that the season is fully ripe and the harvest is plentiful. Just like Masiza would say, it's a festival of opportunities and ideas. Bless EmpowaWorks, bless the Vaal community and all the participants, the partners. Bless the leadership of Masiza and bless everyone that works with him. Grant them more strength, grant them more coverage, and may they grow from one strength to strength. In Jesus' name I prayed for you. Amen and amen. Thank you.
Keep clapping. That was good. Muruti said that it's not a lottery. It's preparedness. And I'm so happy that we're here today because I think this is one of the ways we can prepare, by getting as much information as we can and equipping ourselves as best as we can. One more time. A lot like you guys, Vaal, but a lot like you guys, I also came from a background that didn't allow me the opportunities that I had dreamt for myself from the get-go. If I did not get a bursary to study, I don't think I would have been able to go to university. If the opportunities that opened up for me did not come by and I jumped in the window, I don't think I would have turned out to be the person that I am. But along the way, you realize that as much as you can accredit your success to how hard you work, you realize that there are important stakeholders that play a really crucial role in you getting where you're getting to. And one of those stakeholders that we're going to invite on stage, and I'm going to ask you when I do call her up, her honorable, that we stand and applaud her welcoming, is because we take for granted our local government, our local municipality, and how much they have to do with the successes that we get into. Many programs, structures have been put in place locally that assists us. And today we're looking forward to hear what our local municipality has to say. So if you can kindly stand on your feet as we welcome our ward councillor 31. She's going to be joining us on stage. Can we please welcome this morning onto our stage Honorable Councillor Sibongile Napo. Ke kopa ropa le matsoho. Can we just acknowledge her one more time? One, two, there we go. Round of applause one more time.
Thank you, Program Director. Ke dumedisa kaofela. Le kae? Sanibonani. Ninjani? Ni kahle? Welcome ama stakeholders wethu, officials, abakhona la phakathi kwendawo. Everyone is here. Ki welcome kaofela abateng. Ka mona. Ki ba welcome kaofela. Le di pastors tsa rona tse teng ka ra mona, businessmen and women ba teng mona, ka ra EmpowaYouth. I'm so happy about this thing. It's along today, Gara Wodiaka. Gara Wodiaka ena kili. I'm sure there's a bachelor ki councillors bonyele napo. Councillor of this ward. Ki kupa welcome kaofela. Ki thabile haholo ka empowerment e tsalang. Ka empowerment e tsang ka hara ward ena. Ki acknowledge batjha ba rona. Ki ba acknowledge ka hore ba ithute le bona di businesses ka di le teng. Ba ska emela hole. Ska ba le teng. I'm so happy for bona. Or ba grab these opportunities. Tse teng ka hara mona. Tse tlisitsweng ki empowerment youth. So ki kopa le bona ba di grab. And then ki lebohe hape Kononia Bible Church ka o welcome mona plekeng ya bona, ba re fe pleke ya bona. And again ki lebohe Kononia ka mosebetsi o motle le pastor wa rona, Pastor Katebe, hore ha re na le di dumping sites mona warding wa re assista haholo. Wa khona ho tswa a tlo cleana le yena. Ra leboha ka tsohle tseo. Re lebohe le di programs tsa hae tse a di etsang ka ra community. Ke a di leboha haholo le tsona. Ki tlo khuthatsa batjha ba rona fela ka empowerment youth hore le bona ba kenelle ka hara di opportunities haholo tsena tsa di business. Ke batla ho ba khuthatsa haholo hore ba be teng batjha ba rona ska ba ska emela hole, ba tswe ka bongata. Ke a leboha, ke lebohile haholo. Thank you. Okay.
Dumelang. Sanbonani. Good morning. Ke rongwe ke councilor Napo hore ke tlo mo buelella. Batho ba dulang ka Ward 31 ba mpitsa speaker sa hae kapa deputy council. My name is EmpowaYouth and I serve as a ward committee member for basic services in Ward 31 of Emfuleni local municipality. I'm under the leadership of our Mbokoto Councillor Sibongile Napo. To the organizers, program directors, distinguished guests, government officials and partners of Empower Youth Week, welcome. To the most important guests here today, the VVIPs of Empower Youth, the young Valiants, the young Italians, because Vaal ke Italy. Welcome to the Vaal, welcome to Sebokeng, welcome to the pot of gold that Ward 31 is. Yes, lunkutlile hantle. You are standing right at the center of Zone 14 Arts Present, surrounded by history, surrounded by color, surrounded by possibility. To my left, the historic Mpatlalazane Hall. To my right, the vibrant and colorful El Dorado Hall. And then right at the center of it, Soul Zoteti Sports Complex, the home of our flagship health and wellness program, Sukuma Lucha. This is not just a space. This is a hub for sports, arts, culture, recreation, and tourism, and most importantly, youth opportunity. Now, over the past few months, I have been encouraging young people to participate in Empower Youth Week, but not as spectators, but as partners, as contributors, and as entrepreneurs. Because true empowerment is not watching change happen. True empowerment is becoming part of it. So let me ask you, how many of you here today are willing to change from spectators to game changers? Well, I am. And look at me today. I am standing here as a speaker because of my consistent activity in youth empowerment spaces. Now, that decision to say, I'm not going to be a spectator, I'm going to be a game changer, is where everything begins. Because I showed up again and again and again, I find myself here, honored by our Councillor Napo, to speak to the youth of the Vaal and say, Mfuleni is forever in the news and in the headlines, telling us one story after the other. A story of challenges, a story of struggle, a story of no way out. But to the young people of the Vaal, I want you to hear me clearly today. You have the power to change that narrative. Platforms like Empower Youth Week exist so that you can say, we are here, we are capable, we have potential, and we are worthy of opportunity and investment. The Zone 14 Arts Present of Ward 31 is an investment opportunity, an opportunity that grants young people access to create, to innovate, and to earn within the sports, arts, culture, recreation, and tourism economy of the Vaal. This is not asking for charity. This is us asking for sustainable impact. And to the young people of the Vaal, let me leave you with this. Show up. Take ownership. Use these platforms because your presence here today is proof that the story of Mfuleni is changing and you are the authors of that change. Ke a leboha, ke a bonga, thank you.
I don't think we gave her a round of applause. Can we celebrate her, please? That's good. That's good. When we see one of our own do well and stand up in front of a crowd, we celebrate that. Because we know mosebetsi o etsahalang in the background. So we honor you, our counselor. Can we give a round of applause again? The next individual that I'm going to call onto stage is an important individual, and not because of only his titles and some of the incredible things that he has done. He becomes important to our story in this week in the Vaal. I believe that years from now, some of us will speak of this week. We'll speak about how we were able to make good connections. We'll speak about how we were transformed. And we'll speak about how we were empowered in this week. But it takes a visionary and somebody who is willing to be relentless in seeing your future first, sometimes before you see it yourself. So the person that I'm calling up on stage is not just a founder, is not just a CEO, but is probably the person in the room who believes in you the most. He gathered all of us here because he saw something in you that today we will get to impact and unpack. One of the key things that we say at EmpowaYouth is we want to see young people move from survival to sustainability. What does that look like? How do we go about doing it? And it gives me a great pleasure this morning to welcome the founder and the CEO on stage, Kintate Msiza. Utlotla, ke kopa re mo peleng matsoho ha santse a atumela. I'm going to make him feel uncomfortable for 2 seconds. Right? I'm going to take 30 seconds of his time. Maybe let's take this opportunity to honor you, sir.
Thank you so much.
I think as young people, one of our biggest frustrations is the feeling of not being seen and the feeling of not being accounted for. And a week like this, a program like this, is not just a moment, but it's an opportunity for all of us. And for that, as custodians of the Vaal, we honor you. Can we give him another round of applause as he comes?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause to Rorisa. We can do much better than that. Absolutely much better than that. I just want to check, is the bishop here? He can't sit at the back. Where is the bishop? Okay. Such an honor to have the bishop here. My name is Empowa I'm aware that we're racing against time and we are not giving credence to African time. You know what is an African time? It's any time after given time. It's called an African time. How about if it's got 10 or if it's got 12? It's an African time. I just want to say, I'm not going to go through my presentation because of time. I know Kokasibar, if there's no rush in Russia, no hurry in Harare, why should we rush and hurry in South Africa? Because in the days of our lives, we need to be bold and beautiful. So we can go in the wild and find the young and restless and help them to find a need to sitingo so they can become a generation that will fight the scandal. And that's how we create a Redeem City. Wow, guys. La tola chain. Alishebidi. Why are serious, eh? Thank you so much. This event, this summit, this experience is made possible by our partners. And I just want to extend our gratitude to WNR Sita, that Tom Kwanas, my brother, my friend, a man who believes in our vision. If we can stand, Tatom Bobon, Mr. T, that side is the CEO of Durban RCTA. This man has been supporting us for some time now. Thomas Yagbonga, asibonge kancane, sibonga kakhulu. Unilever, one of our partners, they came on board. We just want to say thank you. Oyase is here. Putiase, are you here? Is Yase here? Let's recognize him or sister. Is Yase here? Can you stand? Or Unilever guys, can you stand? Let's recognize you there. It's Unilever. Nengasab, neng usaba nusemasabab sin. It's and then a VUT, Vaal University of Technology, the most progressive institution in the Vaal and in the country and in the continent. Professor Nelan, let's recognize you. This is our professor. We can do better than that. We can do much better than that. Prof, he's the man in charge now. He's the acting vice chancellor. Go VUT. You know, a man that just believed in this vision. Thank you so much, you know, Prof. I just want also to say thank you to Sis Ayanda Mafulega Auswaka, CEO Facet. Can we recognize this? Sis Ayanda Ngtarutume Sigbone. Sigbone! Asim, we can do better. We can do better than that. This is made possible by people like her. Thank you, Sis Ayanda, for believing in this dream. We really, really appreciate. And Yambono Sis Kuku, the CEO in SITA. Thank you, Sis Kuku. Thank you that you are here. Let's recognize Sis Kuku. In SITA, let's recognize Dr. Tabo, MQA, Makolobas. Asigbone Doc, can you stand there? Let's also recognize you there. Rotmane Matome, CEO ya MICC, let's recognize him. Tate Matome, thank you so much. Thank you so much. NYTA, is NYTA here? We recognize you. If you are here, NYTA. Coca-Cola Beverages, we recognize you. Are you here? Coca-Cola Beverages. Oh, now we've been together for years now, and I hope you know, we'll scale this partnership. Thank you so much. I think you see your investment here, even outside. Thank you so much, and also extend our gratitude to, you know, to your colleagues, Abo Akona, Nabo Tsulu, Tisiabonga, Nabo Tsidi. Thank you so much, Siswam. Thank you so much. We also want to say thank you to Auskarabo. Auskarabo, Hutlamo Competition Commission. Ugai Auskarabo, let's recognize you, Competition Commission. There. Thank you so much, Auskarabo. Prime Media Outdoor, are they here? I didn't see. Prime Media Outdoor, you might have seen billboards throughout the country. Are you here, Prime Media? Let's recognize them and then say thank you to them. I think the rest, I will thank them. I just want to say, I'm not going to do I'll do my speech tomorrow, but I just want to, two things that I want to say. When you are here as a young person, remember we were once young like you, I get. I grew up Orange Farm. I grew up in the shack, you know, I was hustling, like, and I know it sounds like a cliche. But one thing that I knew that I used to do was when there are opportunities like this, I would network, I would connect with people deeply, and then I would pursue those conversations. And I think what I'm saying to young people, ask questions, interact, get inspired. But sometimes all you need a rema weight, dang it? You just need that moment. Do you know something called a butterfly effect? It says a butterfly deep down in Amazon, when it flings its wings, it affects a weather pattern in India or a den of lions. And they don't despise the days of small beginnings. Don't despise today. It could be a turnaround of your destiny. Number two, I just want to say today we are launching an ambitious campaign as Empower Youth. Our campaign is to deliver 1 million jobs by 2030. I don't think you are hearing us. I don't think you are hearing us. You are with us when we launch this campaign. Tomorrow, as Ausorori-san was saying, you'll be reading about us. And you'll be reading about yourself because you're part of this. Today, we are launching a campaign, and with the support of our partners, the SETAs, private sector, government, academia, by 2030, we want you to measure us by how we would have delivered 1 million jobs through our partners. And because from the Vaal, we're moving to Westbury. From Westbury, we're moving to Orange Farm. From Orange Farm, we're moving to Tembisa, and then we're traveling the country. We want to replicate this platform to be a global platform. Go to Lesotho barikopile, Swaziland barikopile, the government barikopile, Lesotho letting barikopile, or they want this platform. But I was saying to them, we can't take it outside the country until the guys and the young people in South Africa, they benefit. And therefore, if you don't take this platform and own it, other people will own this platform. I'm telling you that other people will own this platform. Tomorrow by 9 o'clock, we need to make sure this place is full to capacity. I know that we are sitting at 70 now because it's full this side. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock, this place must be full to capacity. Matoti, thank you, Autam. Thank you for the support. He runs a youth research and advisory consulting firm. Matoti. Just stand up, my younger brother. He's the CEO. He's the youngest CEO. And he called me and said, Masiza, I want to sponsor the report writing for this summit. A young man. You must see the report that is going to generate. I think has brought a team of 20 people that they're working around here. Are we all together? And these are the young people that we want to believe in. The second thing that we want to do, a minute. A second thing that we want to do, we want to launch the song. But before then, is our bishop here, Bishop Musasono? Okay, it's not okay. We want to launch today the Empower Youth signature song. Popo, are you here? Can I call him Popo? And then we're done. It's a minute, then I'm done. Where's Popo? Popo! Where's Pastor Popo? Uzwe ugu pimanje. Uzwe agak okay. But let me, as I said, I'll do my speech tomorrow. But thank you to the host, my bishop and Tim Cole, for believing us. Thank you, Rev, for believing in us, Rev Mtawung. But thank you to all of you guys. And I hope you. Is Mpopo here? Oh, yes, Mpopo. We want to launch this song, and we want to launch it here. It's called the Empower Youth song. It's our signature song. If you know how to sing this song well, we'll win a 500 rand late today. I'm serious. Or what more? Okay, we'll win 1,000 rand. Okay. You're going to win $1,000. Yeah. Come, Popo. Yeah. Let's give Pastor Popo. While Popo is preparing, I just want to play 2 videos that will take a minute each, and then I'm going to give it back to Pastor Popo when we're done. Then Rory-sang, thank you so much once again. Thank you, colleagues.
Wow. Somebody says wow. Agniza, somebody says wow. Oh no, no. Ah, no, no. Hey, no. Come on, give yourself a round of applause for being here. Hi! Hey!
Wow. Wow. We're gonna do this, the Empower Anthem song.
Hashtag. No. Hashtag. 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 Transform. Come on, you can do better than that. Hashtag. 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 Nisha and Izadeh, you guys are awesome. Yes. We are inspired, connected, and oh, yeah. Woo!
What a pastor. Wow, what a pastor.
Somebody say, you go, Pastor. All right, we are waiting for the song. And I want you guys to learn. Somebody say, learn. Yeah. Ang pwede saan ka dyan? As Parliament, all the young people. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the song. More volume. Of that. Around. Yeah. Woke up this morning with a brand new vision.
Education, opportunity.
Put your hands together.
From the classroom to the bedroom, we're taking the lead, planting seeds of innovation for every dream and every need. We're stepping into the new revealing, and we're proving it's unstoppable.
Empower is coming. You set it on fire.
We're breaking down.
Taught you lower their ambition.
Hey,
we're ready to lead and bless. Put the tools of the hope in the hands of faith.
What?
No more walls, no more ceilings.
We're stepping in the new revealing.
Zero's inaccessible.
We're proving it's unstoppable.
Empower.
Lift us higher.
Lift us higher.
You
set
us on fire.
Set it on fire.
We're breaking down.
We're
innovate now.
They said you can't sit on the table. We built our own and now we're able. They said it's locked and sealed. But we found the key and it's real, inspired. We are connected. We are transformed.
Empower you.
Said we are inspired. We are connected. We are transformed.
Empower you.
Inspired. Connected.
Transformed.
Oh, say it again. Inspired. Connected. Transformed. Empower Youth is a platform that connects young people to real tangible opportunities. I mean jobs, funding, careers, internships, bursaries, all the needs of the young people.
Said you. I know.
It is the time to lift our young people. Our young people.
Thank you. Inspired, connected, transformed. Help me say one more time. Inspired, connected,
Yeah.
transformed. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Come on, we can do better than that. Hey, they said there's 1,000 rand. Let's just check if we're up for the 1,000. We are inspired. We are connected. We are transformed. Empowered. Also, why Murutebi Naga first party? Can we give it up for him one more time? That was absolutely amazing. Do I qualify to win the 1,000? I think I did well. But we have such a great lineup for us. And yes, we are mindful of time. Are we still good? Just check on your neighbor and say, are you still inspired? Can you feel the transformation coming? Are you connected? All right. I think in careers, there's moments that you look forward to. As an MC, you're excited because you get to participate in something great. Then there are names that pop up that make you excited because you know the wealth of knowledge that is sitting with those individuals. It gives me great pleasure. This is a keynote address that I am personally looking forward to. And she's in the room. She gave us a young wave, but I'm going to ask us to welcome her well. Just listen a little bit about her. She is the CEO of Facet. She's a chartered accountant SA with an extensive experience in skills development and transformation. She is a respected leader in driving initiatives that bridge education and employment opportunities. Through her leadership, she champions youth empowerment and gives them access to career paths that are meaningful. This is somebody who hasn't just done well in her career, but somebody who has stepped out to make sure that she's giving others an opportunity to walk the path that she has. She's one of our partners, and we're excited to hear from her. Will you help me? Yeah. Can we give it up for Osayanda? She comes on stage. A whole chartered accountant.
Thank you so much. I am reminded of year 2010 when the world was looking to South Africa as we were hosting the World Cup, the first ever World Cup ever held in the African continent. You know, the energy and the atmosphere. My city, Philip, is here. Nami Guti Aniti today, Vaal Empower Youth Week 2026 is here in Lana Vaal. I welcome you all. Allow me to stand on all the protocols that have been observed in this place. I am cognizant of the time. I've not come alone. I have Abo Zagwe too, the CEO of Seaters. But before I call them onto stage, I am cognizant of the time that you are running before time. But I am sure that what we are going to be discussing and the conversations we are going to have with them are very critical and important, and it have to be listened to at after 10 o'clock. So please don't ungabuki isikhathi. I mean, I believe in the mystery of Chronos, God's time. So it is in time. So before I call them, I just want to talk to the youth of Vaal. I just want to remind you that you are not a forgotten statistics. You are not defined by a percentage or a circumstance. I know during the week, my team, they were briefing me about the unemployment statistics, Zase Vaal. But I want to tell you today that you are going to be a generation that's going to be standing at the age of possibility. And what you do next matters. So the world may be changing fast, but I want to tell you that opportunities also may feel distant, but your potential is not negotiable. It is real, it is present, and it is powerful. So do not wait for perfect conditions. Build with what you have. Learn relentlessly. Show up consistently. Knock on doors. You've got influential people in the room. Ungaphumi ungakhulumanga nabo. Ungaphumi ungakhuluma. Patha a copy of your CV and give it to them, your business card. I want to tell you that the future of the Vaal is not coming, but it is being built by you today. So walk out here with an intention, walk out here with courage, walk out here knowing that your journey may be tough, but it is yours to shape. And yes, from now, when people speak about transformation, innovation, and resilience in this region, they must eval. They must be talking about you, this generation, your generation. So ngithi vuka, ngeke uyithole uhlele khoneni. Without any further ado, let me call upon on stage the CEOs from Facet. I'm going to start with Madam Gugu Mkize, Umam Mkize from Insurance Sita. Can you give her the round of applause? Mina, I come from Umlazi. Siyakikiza. Enye imbokodo. Let me call upon on stage Mr. Tom Mkhwanazi, Ushamase, not the general. From W&R Sita, Wholesale and Retail Sita. My next on the list is Udokotela Dr. Thabo Mashongwane from MQA Mining Sita. Halala. And then I'd like to call upon on stage Ubabu Matome. Umatome Matibane from MIC Sita, the CEO. Bashiye gonke, they are here at Vaal for you. Sanbonani, good morning. Tumelang. Yes, I must speak in suit when I'm in Vaal. Tumelang, tumelang. I'm just going to start, and just I'm just going to ask you colleagues, because they are my colleagues. Just we're going to have a revolving mic. We're going to use just one mic. Can you assist? Okay, please assist. Okay, so then I'll start with those that have mics on. I'll start with you, Mamam Keys. Can you just talk to the youth of Vaal? They've heard a good we CEO of Insurance Sita, and we are going to be discussing and under the theme bridging the skills gap and unemployment. Abaninzi, they are unemployed. Abanye bangama entrepreneurs, they also want to be entrepreneurs. So can you just talk to us about what your SITA does, the sector that is in, what could be the job opportunities there? Just share with them. Sanbonani. Sanbonani. Dumelang. Good morning. Goeiemorgen. Njengoba sekushiwo igama lami ngiuGugu Mkhize. Ngiqhamuka le KZN. So Ayanda, thank you so much for the introduction, CEO. I come from a sector called the insurance sector, which is falling within the financial services sector, together with the CEO of Facet. Insurance sector is one of those careers, or insurance is one of those occupations or careers that you don't ordinarily just choose, but it chooses you. But once it has chosen you, you fall in love. And this is based on research that has been done to say many of the people who are finding themselves in the insurance industry, they landed by chance, but they have been there for many, many years. So what do we do as the insurance sector? We are an authority that is responsible for skills development and training within the insurance sector. A sector that is subdivided into 10 categories, including life and non-life, as well as collective investments. I'm going to make this as simple as possible. But what we also do from a CETA's perspective, we add Thank you. So we are the advocates for the insurance qualifications. So in other words, we go to different communities promoting careers in the insurance industry, and we also share with young people what opportunities are available there. We have a top 10 scarce and critical list, and that list contains all the qualifications that a young person needs to consider when they want to pursue a career in the insurance industry. We have we also offer a number of opportunities, including funding for bursaries, for learnerships, for internships. We also fund entrepreneurs, your fintechs, insurtechs, and anyone who has an interest in starting a business, but within the financial services or the insurance industry. I think let me stop there and give others a chance. Baton, MIC.
Thank you very much, and good morning to everyone. My name is Matome Madibana, as was alluded to. I'm from the Media Information Communications Technology Sector Education and Training Authority. That's MICT SETA. We are a transversal SETA, meaning ICT by its nature is cross-cutting. It cuts across all sectors of the economy, whether you talk manufacturing, whether you talk your insurance, whether you talk Facet, whether you talk mining. ICT is that transversal sector cutting across all sectors of the economy. So we offer opportunities like Mem Kize articulated within various spaces with our partners or stakeholders countrywide, including the larger sectors of the economy, whether you talk your SABC, whether you talk the telecoms. And let me just briefly articulate our 5 subsectors. That's film and electronic media. We've got electronics, we've got telecommunications, we've got IT, we also have advertising. Those are 5 subsectors. But our largest subsector, because of what we're talking about now, and which is going to change all economies, the so-called artificial intelligence, the largest subsector is IT. IT is the largest subsector that we have as MICT SETA. And part of what we encourage our young people to ensure they do, after having developed more than 60 4IR qualifications, whether you talk your cloud computing, whether you talk your fiber optic network, whether you talk your artificial intelligence, whether you talk your 5G, whether you talk cell phone and mobile devices. Everybody has got a cell phone in their hand, right? It can't be that you can't take advantage of acquiring or being equipped with that skill of repairing a cell phone. It's a very simple skill. We offer 3 months programs. But the advantage about SETAs, I'll also say, including TVET colleges, is you acquire theory, but also have an opportunity to acquire the practical part. So let's not obsess with universities. That time is over to obsess with a so-called degree. That time is gone. Acquire short, focused skill set that will enable you to quickly get into opportunities. When I say opportunity, I'm not talking about job seeking. Let's forget about looking for jobs. It doesn't exist anymore. There are no jobs. You got to create jobs for yourselves and create jobs for young people. That's how you should move. When you study cell phone and mobile devices repairs, there are some of our stakeholders who would buy you toolkits. So once they buy you toolkits, can we pay attention? Once they buy you toolkits, you set up your own mobile service, cell phone and mobile devices repair and start repairing cell phones. This is $1 billion industry. Take advantage of these opportunities. A lot of our community are still not connected. Computing power is still a challenge. So we need to democratize access. And in order for us to massify democratization of access, it is in your hands as young people to leverage and take advantage of these opportunities, of these short, focused skills and programs that we offer at MICT. Not only MICT, nowadays, all other SETAs do offering this digital skills so that you have the capacity to navigate the digital world and leverage computing power. There's power in computing power. You've got to take advantage of these opportunities as young people and forget about degree, where you don't get the opportunity to be exposed to real work environment. Real work environment is at the center of SETAs, and you need to take it. Anyway, with SETAs, as you learn, you also get paid. They are what you call stipend. Do you know that you get paid for studying a particular program in the SETA space? All SETAs pay stipend. You study for 3 months. In the process, you also get, when you take an internship program, you also get paid. So take advantage of SETA opportunities. Thank you very much.
Thing is that they do not think that there are a lot of opportunities available in that sector. So in the study that we've done, we've found out that the SETA has got over 240 career pathways within the sector. So it means the opportunities are not just about you going into a shop, someone selling you the stuff, food, whatever that. There are other opportunities that are there within the wholesale and retail sector. So I can therefore give you all over 240 carriers that are available in the sector, from being a shelf filler to a dispatch clerk to an architect who's planning a shop. So a lot of you guys that are standing probably different programs do not think that you've got opportunities in that sector. Data analyst, I mean, you guys use your, what do you call this thing, your loyalty cards. You use your loyalty cards. With those loyalty cards, someone must sit behind and checking the behavior of how people. So insurance, we even sell insurance in our wholesalers. In mining, in all the mining towns, there must be a shop somewhere. Okay. In finance, fintech, wholesale and retail sector plays a role there. It's one of the sectors that employs, I'm not because I'm in competition with my colleagues, but it employs more people than any of the three sectors here. 3.2 million. I'm just talking about the formal sector. And I think Ndatematume has made it clear that there is another sector that we call informal sector. That, as a SETA, we try and encourage young people to move towards. From an entrepreneurship point of view, SMMEs, whether you've got a spaza shop, whether you've got a general dealer, we support you in that particular environment because we want you to start opening your own businesses, creating employment for yourself and for others, because the more you grow in your business, you will employ more people. And sometimes we've got a tendency of want to go and work and be looking for a job in an office and wear a tie. And that is why I didn't wear a tie today. Because sometimes young people think that when you have to go to work, you have to work in an office. And especially those that have gone to universities. Even if they are given programs, opportunities to go into a graduate placement, they get into a retail and they want to be in an office. In order for you to learn, you have to start and do everything and understand what is happening in an organization. So if you've got a degree, please, when you have been given an opportunity, and we find this a lot with graduates, that they want to come in and become a manager. Which is good, which is a great ambition. But for you to get to where you are supposed to go, you have to first understand the whole business. So as a SETA, we do all the programs that they've indicated here, learnerships, graduate placements, we offer bursaries, we also support small, medium businesses, and we also support informal, those that are in the informal sector. We support entrepreneurs, young people that have got ideas that want to start their own businesses or have already started their businesses. We support them and we want to continue to support them so that they can grow their business. So that's what the SETA really does. And I want to tell you this, that a SETA does not create any employment. So anyone that tells you that a SETA creates an employment, they are badlala ngawe. But the SETA create opportunities. Opportunities for you to get into employment or to start your own business. Thank you. I'll end there for now.
And misunderstood. The building in which we are now had it not been because of mining, we would not have this building. So mining is not only about gold and diamond. It's about the rest of the equipment that even the photographers are using. These are because of the mining producers. Mine produces steel, cement, sand, and lime, and so forth. So people think of mining just only as gold. No. The kind of infrastructure that we are in, even the roofing, it's all about mining. And that's why throughout the world, there will always be a fight for mine deposit. And countries such as ours, South Africa, we are highly blessed with serious mineral deposit of all sorts and of all kinds. You heard my colleague, Matume, talking about the latest technology, the 4IR. It will not happen if there's no mining. Because all of those small chips, everything's about mining. So I simply want to say we should not think of mining in the context of gold and diamond. Right now, as mining, we are moving to what we call critical minerals. Now, these are the minerals that are going to be driving the latest technologies and the revolution that we are in now, the fourth, the fifth revolution. They all need different kind of minerals for it to happen. And that's why you see the world fighting all these wars, because we are fighting to have our hands onto these minerals. So that we are here in Vaal. What I like about Vaal is it also has a lot of mining opportunities. That's why I'm saying it doesn't really have to be a big mine, but it would then be other subsectors of the mining and mineral sector that you must look into. And we need also to be understanding that out of mining, when we beneficiate, such as the jewelry making, we have a lot of people that are doing jewelry. I mean, the two of our beneficiaries have actually dressed up the crown that you see of Miss South Africa and so forth is because of those people who've gone through MQA programs as well as assisted by the providers. The latest that you saw of a set of jewelry, this lady from Mabopane dressed up almost all the competitors there with the earrings or jewelry. Now it is another element of mining that you need also to be thinking about. Now what we are also beginning to do now in mining, because we are really training all sitters, as much as we are saying, do not only focus at university. We're trying to change the perceptions and drive paradigm shift in terms of how you're looking at the opportunities in future. They still remain important, but we are saying how, as South Africa, we viewed education, we only looked at universities. In other countries, I mean, Japan, China, elsewhere, Germany, they are good at technical vocational level, because this is where we need majority of people who then drive up the skills and the economy of the country. Talking here, I mean, I didn't have an opportunity to go at university right from matric with very good matric result. There was no TEFSAS and all of this. So all I did was to seek an opportunity, and that opportunity was go to a factory. And I started training as an apprentice. And I was called an epi. And, put overalls, put boots, be standing up almost 9 hours a day. And I worked there, and I enjoyed it. Up until, of course, I then had to take up myself even higher in terms of other qualifications. So it is important to be grounded in what you do, because it's going to take you, a bit far in terms of what you want to do. So there are a lot of opportunities, and the good thing about mining, it is not necessarily a declining part of industry. No, it is rising. We now exploring and finding out there are mineral deposit across South Africa. Now, of course, it's expensive to begin to explore, but what we then need to do is to approach departments such as DMPR and to seek information for you to start something. But there are also other entry opportunities, small-scale mining. We're focusing on women in mining, youth in mining, and so forth. There are many other opportunities that we can, and there are also other associated jobs to mining, ancillary jobs to mining. We are also from MQA saying, as much as we're focusing on mining, but there are communities around the mines. What is it that we do? So we offer opportunities outside the mining space. Whether you want to do wholesale and retail programs, insurance programs, we offer those to communities, including the communities that are deemed to be labor sending area. You are one of the labor sending area. Eastern Cape in the main is one big labor sending. So we go there, not to say to them, do mining program. We say because mining sector has benefited because of your fathers, your brothers and sisters, what is it that we can do for you? So there are opportunities that we offer right from elementary level up until the highest. We also fund even the educators at universities, at TVET colleges to say, we want you to specialize with mining programs and qualifications, and therefore we will fund you up to doctoral level, etc. So there are a lot of opportunities. Thank you. No, we really want to assist the Zamazamas to do it properly.
Is cross-cutting. Actually, it's not only all of us, because I can also claim that as a finance, because my SETA Facet is responsible for opportunity skills, develop interventions in the finance and accounting sector. We are producing CAs. Facet produced me, by the way. I am the beneficiary of Facet. So, hallelujah. So, I want to say every sector needs a finance person. Every spaza shop here will need a bookkeeper. And we are moving away from training you guys to look for a job. We are now training you, giving these skills, interventions for you to start your own bookkeepers. Your own booking, firms and companies. It is said that after 30 years of our democracy, we still have only 4 big auditing firms. Because my SETA is in the auditing space as well. We don't have a black-owned firm, big firm that's going to compete with the likes of Deloitte, with the likes of PwC and so forth. So we are looking into empowering you to collaborate and convene and make sure that you establish black-owned consulting firms, black-owned auditing firms, black-owned bookkeeping firms. So colleagues, I just wanted, because in the interest of time, they've heard what CCCTAs have to offer. Now, can we be simple so that anyone seated here, umepuma as where to go to? How can they access, those opportunities? As Kulumen just simple, man. I know we are CEOs. We are used to addressing important stakeholders. You know, and as we tell them how to access this and what actually, because we have spoken about bursaries, actually the work of sitters start even in the high schools up to the grave, because we have even programs for lifelong learning. Actually now we are in the fourth industrial revolution. IMSC AI did not do any cyber security, any digital skills. Now I must relearn and be reskilled. So can we then now package soundbites, you know, all of us, how can they access what MIC, like top five programs that they could look into?
Thank you very much, Mafuleka. 5 core. We conduct research on an annual basis through our sector skills plan so that our curriculum is always as responsive as possible. So we've got cloud computing. It's one of the top 10 key change drivers. Cloud computing, 5G, we've got 3D printing, you've got cyber security, right? And connectivity is still a problem in South Africa. So there's fiber optic network that we offer. All of these programs are for those who matriculated simple 3 months plus practical. You're good to go. And if you want to get multi-skilled and moved into another 3-month skills program, you can do that. And go and open your startup. Go and open your business. It's simply about that. You simply analyze your community and say, how can I improve the quality of life of my community and solve a particular problem. Business is about that. You simply identify a particular gap. We call it gap analysis, and say, what kind of a solution can I bring to the fore with a skill that I've been equipped with, so that the community's livelihood can improve and be better. So think about problem solving. It's not only for those who studied STEM, you know, your engineers and stuff like that. Everyone can solve a particular problem. Your Internet of Things, I must add Internet of Things. It's very critical because the combination of coding, 3D, electronics. We offer those programs for you as matriculants. So I would still go for those. Thank you.
How can they get hold of MIC CETA?
Go to our website, www.mic.org.za. But you also...
Ooh, you were fast. You were fast. You are sounding like an AI robot. Now, please be slow. Be slow. So that they can take note.
www.mic.org.
Okay. No, that's fine. We'll make available, you know, the information.
We'll make it available through EmpowaYouth website. We'll communicate that.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Mamkis, short and sweet, please.
Thank you. So if you think about insurance, if you take anything from the session today, insurance is about planning, financial planning. How, if I make money, will I invest it and separate the money according to my needs now, when I'm alive, my business, and also after my life goes somewhere else. So it's all about planning. So there are 5 key qualifications, occupations that you can pursue. Actuarial science. In the country, the whole country, there are only 1,000 actuaries as we speak now. Out of those 1,000, I think 20% are black South Africans. The majority might be, you might find a mix of those who come from other African countries. So it is a critical skill, and it is a scarce skill that is required by the insurance industry. Financial planning. A financial planner is someone who helps you manage your money and assists you to distribute it according to how much you earn, etc. So that is another qualification which is extremely critical, but it is a shortage in our industry. A broker is someone who serves as a middleman between yourself and the company that will be insuring you, your Discoveries, your Old Mutual, etc. That person provides you with advice on how you can be able to invest your money, etc. And then there's something critical which was raised by earlier on about TVET colleges. There are programs we are offering in the TVET colleges. Wealth management is one of them. And also financial planning is also offered in the TVET colleges, as well as introduction to insurance, which basically assists you get an understanding from the beginning in terms of how you can access the insurance opportunities. There is no way you can be at home and unemployed. The nice thing about our industry is that you can work in the industry from anywhere at any time of the day. So it means that online, offline, you're able to work, and you can manage your time in a manner that you want to, unlike the wholesale and retail where you have to stand in front of someone and sell something. You can sell it behind the desk, but online, completely digital. So we do offer a number of occupations. But over and above that, we have a movie, which I will encourage everyone, if you get a chance, there are clips offered. It is on the www.insita.org.za. CEO was rapping next to me. And that movie gives you the top 10 in terms of what careers, and even gives you the opportunity to say which institution is offering those programs. Like the actuarial science is only offered in 7 universities. I also wanted to say something before. I know CEO wants us to close. Now that I have a degree, but I am unemployed, what do I do?
Thank you. Please, yeah.
It's important for you to now look at the micro-credentialing, and I think that's what CEO was mentioning earlier on. Identify other short learning programs, whether it's IT, whether it's services, but those programs are going to help you and help you to be employable, because a degree alone these days, remember, most of the degrees that are offered at university do not have practical work experience. So that's why you will have a degree and then they will say they want experience because you don't have it. But if you're doing a learnership, the interesting thing is that you're going to do practical, but your theory, but also there is practical. So I'm encouraging anyone who has got a qualification, a degree, but is saying, I have been sitting at home and I don't have any other option. Identify specific programs, whether it's IT, cybersecurity, data analytics, but short learning programs that can help you and make you marketable. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Shamasa?
You know, I did my degree in, I think in 1991, and I'm sure by now it's useless. And that's the point that I really want us to just to put across before I answer your question, about the fact that it is important that as young people we must continuously learn. Okay.
Definitely.
So anyone that is going to be successful is the person that should be always willing to learn, and that is why I think CEO here, Gugu, was talking about micro-credentialing. Looking at small programs that come through. It could be a Microsoft program. It could be
AI?
Cisco.
Yeah.
Cisco. It could be all these
qualifications. Even on LinkedIn.
Yes.
There are free courses on LinkedIn.
Exactly. There is a program currently called I'm the Coder.
Okay.
Online, it's free. If you just go out and you look for I'm the Coder, you will find it there, and it's a free program that they are doing as long as you've got a gadget. You've got a phone or you've got a laptop. Please look at those opportunities. WNR-CETA, we have offices all over 9 provinces. We've got one in Parktown, so people can visit our offices. Again, you can just go, you don't even have to say WW. The minute with WNR-CETA, it shows. and you go into our website. There is also what we call, we have created what we call a career guidance platform for WNR-SETA. And this platform is called retailcarriers.wrseta.org.za. What you can do if you go to that website, you can just go and play around with it. You can go in and find out what are your interests. Okay. Young people have got a tendency of being fashionable. Okay. So I see so-and-so is doing well in a particular career, but you are not suitable for that career. So what we have done is that we've created a quiz for you to go in. You get asked a number of questions, and it gives you 10 areas of interest where you can go to, and it will give you green, yellow, red. It will tell you you are not good at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then you go in there. Then you now know what am I good at. And then within the same website, then it shows you, you can then go into opportunities where they are. It shows you all the TVET colleges. It shows you all the universities with the qualifications in terms of where you can apply to.
Okay. Does it also show the programs
Yes.
that you are offering other than your traditional university TVET colleges and so forth?
Yes.
Okay.
So it shows you, it tells you clearly that these TVET colleges want, based on your assessment that you have already done. It also tells you what the scores, what do you call AP? What do you call?
Whatever AP score.
AP? What do we call them?
Continue though.
Those scores for the universities. It tells you exactly that you need this for this university, you need this for this university. If you can go to that website right now, it's got 50 currently, 50 bursary opportunities, not by WNR-SETA.
50 bursaries.
Opportunities. Yes.
Thank you.
Not by WNR-SETA. We've got companies in mining that have posted bursaries there, and they tell you the closing date and the time where you can go in. So we've tried to make it as much as practical as possible for a young person. We've also requested employers, they haven't posted even the opportunities on learnerships, on graduate placements, and all these opportunities that exist. But we also, within that website, it then tells you when you want to take a career pathway, you want to go and work in the retail sector. And it also tells you if you want to start your own business. What is your way that you can do in order for you to be able to do that. So that's how we've tried to assist you. Please use that opportunity. We want to see as many of you. We are able to check how many people have gone in.
Usho ukuthi nisuka eVaal, you attended
Yes.
the Vaal Empower Work.
Yes.
Vaal Empower Youth Week. Okay. Babu Mashongwan.
Thank you,
Say,
CEO.
in the interest of time?
Yes. Given that the colleagues have already said a number of issues which are similar to all SETAs, of course, if you want information, just click MQA. It will take you to the website and to various platforms. And I must also, just to showcase, I actually appreciate what you said, CEO, by saying you are a beneficiary of Facet yourself. You know, the young man there, Josh, is from MQA. He's a beneficiary, he's a worker at MQA, beneficiary, we sponsored him. And
Who,
he's-
Josh? Can you see Josh?
Just raise your hand, Josh.
Woo! Okay.
Now, Josh, right now, you'll see he goes with the minister almost everywhere. Josh, he actually was also sponsored by MQA, did data analytics and so forth. So he's actually the creator. He listens. He goes to university, listens to what you say, goes back to our platform, begins to create a platform which is user-friendly in terms of guiding you when you want opportunities. So some of the creations in that platform, it will be the works of George. So we actually, use our own timber to begin to refine our processes. Now, with the sitters. I mean, MK, you talk to data analytics, we're going also for IR, we're talking to, you know, the green artisans, you need to be an artisan too, and there are many other opportunities that are there that you can, of course, you know, take advantage of. But I want to talk now, just in closing, of all the sitter as a very unique model, South African model. I have actually addressed a number of platforms internationally where the world is actually asking us, how do you do it, South Africans? Especially in Africa, there's a struggle. People want to create a model such as sitters. It's unfortunate that we want to destroy this model. We are not training institutions. As we had, we're working with all training institutions in the main public, the TVETs, the universities, the CETs, and all other partners from the communities. We are the intermediaries. We are the fund holders, and we then make decisions. So sometimes we get blamed for things that are outside our scope. And by the way, I must also tell you, the budget of sitters, it's not even 1/3 of the entire post-school education. The universities get much more, TVETs get much more, but then all the blames is, you know, the 21 billion that comes through gets to be blamed by everybody else. As I said, we have produced number of graduates. Wherever
more than
I
5
go.
million, more than 5 million.
Yes.
Lives impacted, yeah?
A lot. Now, I really plead with you. I've been telling this to vice chancellors, to students, to say, even the people that I meet in the space, professional engineers, to say, when you stand up, don't just tell people that you are a graduate from VETS. You forgot who funded you.
Yes.
This is why people keep on saying, but sitters are useless. It's because you don't tell them the truth. The truth is, you have accessed VETS because you have been funded by Facet. You are an artisan because you have been funded by INSITA.
Yeah.
Now, and I tell them, if you don't say so, the sitters, of course, will be closed, and your young brothers will never benefit like you did. So go out there and tell people to say, yes, I studied through UJ, but funded by this sitter. And thank you to that sitter. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, CEOs, for this insightful conversation. So, Tiwa, you saved the best for last. Facet, if you want to know more about Facet and how you can access, programs and interventions that we are funding, to say, see, we are the funders. But in Singapore, yes, yeah. So we have we have an app that you can access. It's called Facet Adang app. So it will give you all the information. You can go to our website. But now, GPT. Just go there and say, give me the list of all 21 sitters in the country and their contact information and so forth, and it will all give you, all that in information. You don't have to really write down our website and so forth. I know CEOs, we have never planned, but now we are here. You are the decision makers. We have been here. Yini lena esizoishiya la eVaal. That's gonna be evident that sitters were here. What commitment are we making today to the youth of Vaal? We are starting the new financial year. The windows, they're opening, internships, bursaries, and so forth. You know, we know what 60% of young people at Vaal are unemployed. We don't offer employment, but we want to come back in years to come or in months to come and say, we were here And after we have left Vaal, we saw youth of Vaal participating in our internship programs, in our 3 months courses and so forth, and learnership and. I know that Utatu Masiza is here, and we hopefully that there is some sort of a database that is being, it's being established here. I mean, I heard that every young person must register to be here. So we don't want just to come and we speak, we preach, and nothing really improves. And we do have Mam Spongile in our midst, the ward councillor, the councillor, Uma. We don't want just to come and do talk shops, but nothing happens. So I have my CEOs here. Please, can we make a commitment? It does not have to be a financial commitment, but can we, as we allocate programs, can we give special focus for the youth of Vaal?
Sure.
Please. See, can we pledge?
Yes, CEO, you are right.
So that they can all see us as we pledge, Kalababa.
Yeah. No, look, through the Ntatema Caesar, I think that's what we'll then do, tap into the database, so as we ensure that, I know that we are already funding, but then we want to fund more in terms of bursaries and also other programs. Thank you.
Thank you. Babshamas.
We, like I've indicated to you, what we are focusing on as WNRCTA is for those that want to start their own business, especially in the e-commerce space. We're finding that a lot of young people are using their gadgets to sell stuff, whatever that they have. So we are making a commitment that we will be focusing on that particular area in e-commerce, and we want to bring it here so that you guys can then start selling your stuff, because a lot of you have got lots and lots of stuff that you are trying to sell, but you are unable to get access to the market. One way of accessing to the market is to use e-commerce. So we'll be focusing on that, and we're making commitment, and we'll be looking at the database of this particular area.
Bob Masses?
Yes. Yeah.
Please. Thank you. Okay. Mam Kiss?
Yep.
Please represent us, KZN. Make a commitment.
So what we can commit is that based on the information that will be collected from here, some of the programs that we can be co-curated. I saw the Vice Chancellor.
VUT, yeah.
Yes, from VUT. Yeah. I think we can commit from, I mentioned something about graduates who are unemployed. I want to focus on the graduates. So if I can get the opportunity to get the information for those who have completed their degrees but they're sitting at home unemployed, that is where our focus would be, and we will be directing our funding and support to those. Yeah.
Can I also emphasize that the SETA internships, we even have NCVs, that is from matric up to graduates. We call it even TVET, WBE. You have been in the TVET college, you have done your 18 months of theory. You are seated at home, you need 18 months of training. It's called work-based
Work integrated learning.
Yes, please, can we also have that information? Yeah. Okay, Babu Matiban.
Thanks very much. We have stakeholders countrywide, and there are more stakeholders in rural villages and township communities. Even here, we have stakeholders offering our programs. But what I want to say to all of you is leverage this. You've got the power in your hand. Power lies in this simple tool. As long as you've got some few cents to buy data, there's a lot that you must ensure that you learn from this tool called a cell phone, and leverage a number of free courses, free online courses that are offered in order for you to navigate the digital world. I've seen young people, just hold on, using this to insult other people. Let me tell you, if you do that, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Companies nowadays, they scan. They check what you have posted 10 years ago, right? They check what you posted, insulting other people. No one wants to work with people who insult others. So check what you post. Even on your TikTok, follow people who will add value in the quality of your life instead of people who will teach you to go astray. So leverage this and learn the best from the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, CEOs. Son, thank you so much. We are giving back few minutes of the time.
Can we give all our speakers a round of applause? All right, they're gonna take a group picture. Can we count them in? 3, 2, 1, they must smile. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Let's give them another round of applause. Our honorable CEOs. All right, let's just take a bit of our attention onto the screens and see what Facet is all about.
Where does the journey of excellence in finance and accounting begin? Right here at Facet, where empowerment through education transforms the landscape of financial services. Facet stands as a cornerstone of sector education and training for finance, accounting, management consulting, and other financial services. Established under the Skills Development Act of 1998, our mission is powerful and clear. With the vision to facilitate world-class skills, we've crafted pathways from high school all the way to higher education, making every step towards professionalism and excellence a guided journey. Who are we? We are Facet, inventors and facilitators committed to nurturing talent and transforming sectors. Our programs empower from grassroots education to executive leadership. At Facet, our commitment to education starts early. Through the Facet Maths, Accounting and Science Learner Support Program, we empower young minds with the essential skills needed to excel academically. These programs provide extra lessons in maths, accounting, and English, improving university entrance rates and attracting students to pursue priority qualifications in finance and accounting sectors. Our support continues in higher education with the Facet Bursary Program and Academic Support Program.
Hi, I'm Stindile Zulu. I'm an alumni of the Facet Internship Program. During my final year of studies, I was eager to gain practical experience but wasn't sure where to start. The Facet Internship Program offered me the perfect opportunity to bridge the gap between theory and practice. Over the course of my internship, I worked alongside seasoned professionals, gained hands-on experience and developed critical skills that set me apart in the job market.
From education to employment, our internship programs bridge the gap between academic knowledge and real-world application. We provide stipends and essential tools, preparing interns for successful careers. Learning never stops at Facet. Our lifelong learning initiatives ensure that professionals remain competitive in an ever-evolving sector. Special projects like the Executive Women Development Program empowers women for executive roles, reflecting our commitment to continuous growth and diversity in leadership.
Hi, my name is Katekani Katihlaise, and I was part of Cohort 1 of the IWFSA Facet Women's Legacy Program. I did the program at a time where I wanted to launchpad my career. There were a few things and a few skills that I wanted to focus on. For example, board training is one of them. I wanted to kickstart my journey with regards to being part of a board and seeing myself sit on a board. And that's exactly what happened post this program. It's something that Facet has supported me with, and I'm almost done with that journey. I was allocated a mentor on this program. I would like to thank Facet for spearheading such a wonderful and amazing program for young female leaders.
Initiatives extend beyond traditional education. The Academic Support Program assists at-risk learners pursuing higher education in scarce skills sectors. Our tools of trade initiatives equip learners with necessary resources for practical learning. Our support extends to community education and training institutions, trade unions, TVET colleges, digital skills, entrepreneurship, and people living with disabilities. These form parts of Facet's transformation agenda towards an inclusive finance and accounting sector. Through our diverse programs, Facet has made a significant impact. Thousands of lives have been transformed, contributing to the economic stability and growth.
Our mission at Facet is to create opportunities, empower individuals, and drive the growth of the finance and accounting sector. We believe in the power of education and lifelong learning to shape a brighter future. From high school learners to seasoned professionals, Facet programs are designed to support every step of the journey. We are proud of the impact we have made, and we are committed to continuing this legacy of excellence.
Join us in our mission to transform the finance and accounting sector. Follow us on social media, visit our website, and discover how you can be a part of this incredible journey of building a lasting legacy.
Can we give them a round of applause one more time? I was just thinking to myself, I was sitting there going, I don't know when last I saw a group of CEOs all on one panel. It's usually at like CEO conferences or leadership level, very high level. And the fact that they are here today, I think one more time, let's appreciate their time and all the information and knowledge. We appreciate you for sharing. I made a bit of a mistake and I switched around the program. So I'd like to apologize to our advocate for making her wait a little bit more. But we do look forward to hearing what she has to say. I want to tell you a little bit about her. Advocate Gugulethu. She is the acting director or director general of the Department of Social Development. And this is where I'm excited about this conversation. With over 25 years of experience across government, she brings a depth of expertise in governance, in institutional development, and of course in leadership within the public sector. Her career spans over national, provincial, and local, and she is just a voice for us today at every level, and we can't wait to hear what she has to share. We've made her wait, but we're going to give her a lilizela, we're going to give her a round of applause because we really are looking forward to hearing her keynote address. Can we welcome on stage Honorable Advocate Gugulethu Taimane. Oh, we could do better than that, Vaal.
Thanks, Program Director. I'm in Gauteng, and the Premier always say, "Hoi hoi,
hoi hoi,
hoi hoi,
hoi hoi."
Yes. Thanks very much to the Program Director. I know that there's some swapping, but it's fine. I think we can live with that. I just want to greet the Bishop of the House, Umthimkhulu uBhungane, Mpangazitha, uHatebe. By the way, I'm Timane, but I'm Ndlovu, I'm a Zulu. So hence, I'm able to usher those Itagazelo, Tau as well. Mfundisi as well. Nonkosikazi kaBhungane no Tau Mutaung siyabulisa Mr. Masiza, the visionary of this program. Councillor siyabonga kakhulu, and all the colleagues who are coming from SETA, the partners that are here. I know that you have partners from private sector. You've got partners from government. I guess we have partners from national
government, provincial and local government, because we have 3 spheres of government. I know that I had prepared something, but now because of there was some swapping, I think my focus will be largely on the theoretical aspect that the colleagues have shared with us, but also I'll be doing some advocacy in terms of what I'm going to present. I was given a topic, let me just take off my spectacles. I was given a topic that says powering youth economy. Powering youth economy, health, wellness, and longevity economy. Maybe just to say, I've spent my initial career as a development social worker. I'm a social worker by profession, and I'm also a legal person, and I've done some economics. But why I'm raising this issue, because I've worked in the local government space, and I was given a task to drive the youth development of the area where I used to work as a youth development social worker. And I know that Bishop is here, Joshua Ntanyelwa, I'm not sure that you're here. I know that he has been pushing development for, I think, for the past 30 years. So you can sense that he's very passionate about development. And we also appreciate the work that is done by Abo Masiza. Maybe just to bring some maybe theoretical discussion on what the colleagues have shared. As you know that as a country, South Africa, we are a sovereign state. We are governed by the constitution of this country. And we are a member state of the United Nations. And as part of the member state of the United Nations, we have subscribed to the Sustainable Development Goals, 2030 development goals. We have made a commitment at the global level that we are going to deal with issues of poverty, issues of unemployment, issues of inequality, issues of zero hunger, sustainable communities. It's a number of issues, including the issues of health. I think the other issue, we are also a member of the African Union. There's an Agenda 2063, which is a developmental blueprint in terms of pushing development in the Africa. And I know that the founder, the visionary, was saying maybe there's a request that we must go and plant a seed of Empower Youth even in other African countries so that we become one Africa in terms of pushing the development. But also, as you know, that as South Africa, the government took a decision to come up with what we call the National Development Plan 2030. And of trying to address issues of poverty, unemployment, and inequality. Lately, we have a GNU government. As you know that the previous majority party couldn't get the majority to govern. So there's a GNU. The GNU took a decision that we must have what we call the medium-term development plan, which is a strategic document, a 5-year document, in terms of how we are implementing the national development plan of the country. And there are 3 priorities that the government took a decision upon. That the first priority, it must be the inclusive growth. We need to make sure that we create more jobs, and I've heard what Umasiza was saying and the colleagues. We have been mandated by the GNU government that we must create jobs. We must make sure that young people are also included into those priorities. The second priority, the government took a decision that we need to make sure that we address the issues of poverty. We address the issues of the living standard, because we have people who are still living below poverty line. We appreciate that there are grants and all that, but I think we need to agree that we cannot just run a state with grants. It is a fact. We need to make sure that there's a creation of jobs so that we also deal with issues of inequality. And then the third priority that the government took upon to say, as public administrators, we need to make sure that we build a capable, ethical, and a developmental state. Because I think the biggest problem is that you get people who seem not to be called to be public administrators. and they shout at our mothers, at our grannies and everyone. So we really need to make sure that we get those who are capable, but also those who are ethical. Can you see what we are seeing on Madlanga? The Zondo Commission and all that. And I remember when, because I've been deployed from DPME, which is the Department of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation. I've just joined the Department of Social Development on the 1st of April. So I know that there was a time, most of the time we go and present to the president because I was monitoring the priority of building of a capable, ethical and developmental state. And because we are also in the social media, and I know that when Madlanga was pronounced, society was not happy. And I think the issues, they were raising a number of issues to say, but we had Zondo Commission. What happened to the Zondo Commission? What happened to the, and the decision and all that? And I know that the president heard the message. The following day, there was a budget vote. He managed to outline that as a country, we had the SARS Commission. These were the terms of reference. These are the achievements. Were the PIC on Zondo. But with Madlanga, we can see there are arrests. Yesterday, we were told that the colleague in Egurulen has been arrested and all that, so we seem to be going to the right direction. But I think the last part, the developmental state, because we need to understand whether we are a welfare state or we are a developmental state. A developmental state is the state that makes sure that young people are included in the mainstream economy. We need to make sure that there's quality education. We need to make sure that everyone is taken care of in government. And we know that the biggest challenge that we are having as a country is the youth unemployment. It is a serious issue. And I know that just last week, I was briefed by the team because there's a research that was conducted by social development team in terms of the population. What is the population saying? And the population still says the young people, in terms of the numbers, are leading. South Africa is a youthful country. But then we've got a high number of youth unemployment. I think what is very important that we need to make sure that, I think the message that we want to leave behind is that we really need to be coordinated first as government. Because my observation, I come from the governance, now I'm back to development. And yesterday, I was trying to get lots of information from the Department of Higher Education and Training, with DTG Vaal. We used to work together as social workers. He's also a lawyer now. He's a DTG for Department of Higher Education. I've looked at what he has sent me. It's a very good program in terms of the post-school programs, including the SITAs, the issues of NEFSAs and all that. Issues of small business as well. I got an information from the small business because I wanted to understand what is it, the programs that they're having, particularly for young people. There are very good programs. Your science and innovation, there's lots of programs that is happening in government, agriculture for young people. But I think the biggest problem, we are not coordinated. Hence, we are not making a lasting impact, because if we're making an impact, the statistician general was gonna give us the stats that says we are really winning. I know that at some stage you get some numbers that says partly there's a decrease, but it's just a small portion. I think the message that I want to send here is we really need to be coordinated as government. There are programs that are done by defense in terms of skills development. There are programs that has by almost all the departments, but I think the biggest issue is the issue of coordination. But then the issues of partnership as well is very important. And I really appreciate that Umasiza tried to put everyone in the room. There's local government, there's national government. I'm not sure whether we have colleagues from provincial government, but then we've got partners as well, because you cannot run the development of the country without other stakeholders. Whether you're speaking your NPO, in terms of your non-governmental organization, you speak the faith base, because I also wonder, we've got challenges of GBVF in this country. And the president has pronounced the gender-based violence femicide as a disaster. But then I ask myself, where is the church when there's this GBV in this country? Where are the traditionalists who are supposed to give us a direction? So I think I also want to challenge our fundis to say, really we need to make sure that we work together. Because the issues of GBVF, you cannot just solve it by maybe to say the person must go to court. It starts somewhere, it starts in the families. And I know that maybe there's a lot of disintegration in terms of the family structure. So I think we need to find a way that how to work together with the government just to make sure that we bring those values. In our time, when I was a young person at the time, we used to have school social workers who would come to the school, teach us about a number of issues. After school, we'll go to the halls and have recreation. We never had time for drugs. We never had time for substance abuse. And there was sports as well, there was development. I think that's the development that we want to bring. Obviously working with about Dr. Kumalo, who are leading on issues of sports, arts and culture. But also churches, I think we feel that there's so much that needs to happen. But maybe just to say again, what I want to propose, I know that you might have maybe a database. I'm more interested to say, are we having a database that disaggregates the skills that are here? Because we need to have a database that says kukutimani, what qualification, what experience, and all that. So that if we push maybe to say industry, make sure that we take this person, we understand the skills. I think that's the more information I'm more interested, because one of the tasks that the social development, we have given a task to say, migrate people from the social relief, distress grants to economic opportunities. But the question is, are we having the database to everyone who's part of that grant, so that we understand the skill set and all that? Because you can't just say we are stopping a grant, but there's no alternative. I think that's one issue. But the second issue, we're in Tanzania, I think last week with the minister. We had to congratulate those who were funded, who got the grants, the social grants, the younger ones who have just turned 18. Some of them now, they are pursuing medicine, engineering, and everything. One of my team members, they've conducted a study. It's a very interesting study. We can share the study because I think it needs a lot of intervention. That study says it's about 89% of 80 or close to 90% of young people who got their grants from the government, they've passed their matric, which we really appreciate. But the study continues to say, out of that 90% of the matriculants who actually passed, it's only 33% who got the NEFSAS. And then you ask yourself that the government, we've been investing for the past 18 years, and then it's only 33% who got the NEFSAS. The question could be, it could happen that others, maybe they didn't fill the form correctly. Maybe they don't even know in terms of what is it that you need to fill, because if you don't pass the checklist, obviously they're going to decline you. I think it's one issue which I want to recommend to say, let's make sure that we bring the NEFSAS, maybe in the next Empower Youth and all that, so that young people must understand how NEFSAS work and all that, what is it that is needed. But also the study also tells us that it is a problem. In terms of education, we are doing well. In terms of literacy and all that. But the biggest challenge, we have a challenge of spaces. We have young people who have passed the matric, but they don't have spaces to go to universities. That's another challenge. But also, we are saying, you need not just to go to university. The colleagues have just outlined, in terms of the scarce and critical skills. We still have a critical skills in terms of, we don't have enough plumbers, but we know that we come from the houses. We need people who are fitters and tanners and all that. I think we also need to change the mindset to say not everyone must go to university. We need to make sure that we divert the young people to other scarce skills, but also those who still want to pursue university. The question is, where are the universities while we are pushing on the numbers? I think we also need to think outside the box. Whether probably, because I know that the issues of interim, there's one university that is going to be built at university, but it's going to take some process. But in the meantime, we've got a problem as a country that we've got young people who have passed their matric, but they don't have spaces. So I think in terms of how do we market that, people must use other learnings in terms of higher education, but how about make sure that maybe we can even think of scholarships, we can take other young people outside the country to other universities. We can't just not afford that young people will pass and sit at home, because at the end we'll be perpetuating the issues of poverty. And I know that some of the challenges, the study will tell you that you have young people who have been getting a grant, the children grant and all that, but they are turning 18 in February. And the young person is still in matric. And the grant just got cut when the child is just turned 18. I think those are some of the engagement we are having with National Treasury to say, how can we make sure that we can work that these children, they must just finish the year with that kind of a grant. I think those are some of the recommendations, but I know that because I'm coming from the Department of Social Development, we had to make sure that our minister will be driving what we call the Corporate Social Investment Symposium, so that all the partners, whether it's your Transnet Foundation, your ESCOM Foundation, the CSI, we need to be in one room, come up with a program of action. Because I think the biggest problem, I think I have said it, that we are working in silos as government. But also we need to make sure that we work with everyone. I think we are more interested in terms of the numbers, because you look at the reports, people are busy training and all that, but you ask yourself, beyond training, and I know that young people will say, now we are tired. No, we are always putting walls, we are trained, we are giving meals, and we are going back to poverty. So we need to make sure that we give young people, there's a lot of funding that you can get from small business, there's a lot of innovation funding that you can get from science and innovation, there's issues of NEFSA, there are a lot of social programs. But I think the biggest problem, how do we move from those offices? Because sometimes people sit in offices, they don't come on the ground. When we want to push development, development is on the ground. I think the fortunate part, some of us, we started in local government, we have worked in local government, because for as long the program has not reached the people on the ground, we'll be just wasting our time. I think that's a message which I thought we need to share with the colleagues. But what is more important, I think, is a program of action with results. And I'm happy that Umasiza said, I think there's going to be a creation of 1 million jobs. We need to make sure that we do some checking in terms of whether we are moving as a country or we are not moving. Lastly, issues of social ills is a serious problem in our country. We need to make sure that we come up with strategies rather than being reactive. We need to make sure that the prevention, I think, is better than cure. I think that's the message which I thought from the social development aspect I want to share. But what is more important, I think we need to roll our sleeve, we need to work and let the young people benefit so that we can see that there's some improvement in terms of the numbers and the quality of life. Thanks very much.
Can we give her another round of applause? I think, Advocate, today you spoke as one of us. I think some of the questions, some of the concerns that we have, you beautifully brought it across, and I believe that we have the right stakeholders in the room to bring about a change. Check on your neighbor quickly. Say, neighbor, how are you doing? Yo, that neighbor came out with such sadness. Yo! Can we try again? Say, neighbor, how are you doing? Are we learning a few things today? Are we sure? Can I ask you some of those websites that we got earlier on that have 50 bursaries sitting right now waiting for you to go get them? I really am excited for some of the opportunities that you guys are going to get here today. Here's another opportunity. 500 Rand is up for grabs. Anybody willing? Anybody wants? Just a young 500? Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Everybody take out your phones. Does everybody have their cell phones here? Okay, let me see with a show of phones. How many of us have TikTok? Oh, what do you TikTok? Okay. How many of us have Facebook? Ah, I see you. How many of us have Instagram? X. How many of us have X? Hey, X is struggling in the room. All right, we're running a social media competition. Here are your hashtags. Listen very carefully. Hashtag EmpowaYouth. Hashtag Inspired. Connected, transformed. If you forget, it's the song. Inspired, connect. Yeah, yes. And then here's the other one. Hashtag Vaal EmpowaYouth Week 2026 or 26. And then here's the last one. Hashtag I am EmpowaYouth. Lady Tots? All right. Must I repeat it again? All right, here we go. Hashtag EmpowaYouth. Hashtag inspired, connected, transformed. We good? Hashtag Vaal Empowerment Week 26. Hashtag I am EmpowaYouth. At the end of the day, we're going to be giving away 500 Rand for the most active person on social media. Active. So do us a favor, retege, we're not all 5. As simple as that. Obana ba bahanang ba tloelela wena post away. O tla theoa ka 500 ya hao. Can we give all our speakers who've gone on stage already from the beginning right till now a round of applause? We've had such a beautiful half of the morning. Okay, he said, don't make me sound old. So this is the challenge here, to not make him sound old. He's a farmer. He is a speaker. He's a director of his own foundation. But wait for it, he's only 20 years old. How many 20-year-olds do we have in here? Actually, let's just check. If you're 20, quickly stand up. 20, 20, 20, stand up quickly. If you're 20, stand. Oh, Salili Shai. Let's give it up for all the 20-year-olds in the house. Hey! Okay, we're calling up another 20-year-old who's done incredible things, and he's going to share a bit of his story. So without any waste of time, let's welcome Musa Sono!
Bathike Bab Masiza for giving me this opportunity, and I would also love to give a shout out to my mother. She's in the building. Let us give her a round of applause. Yeah. Very special woman, that one. Today I've come to speak about the 4 stages of mastering your life. Because I only have 10 minutes. I would like us to listen to this, not with just our ears, but I want us to hear this with our hearts and our spirits. Because today is not just about learning, it is about becoming. It is about becoming the people our environment never expected us to become. Am I talking to someone today? Say it with me. Our story matters. Oh, you to say it with me. Our story matters. Because our story is not random, guys. It's not a mistake. It's not something to hide. It's an assignment given to us by God. In my introduction, I'm a child of God. Do we have any believers in the place? I look at my life and I just want to say, Gube wena aungenati ngabe safelendle leni. Awusho futhi kube wena kube aungenati. Oh yes. Ngabe safelendle endlele. Ay awuzweke. With that said, I want us to acknowledge that each and every one of us has a unique background. Each and every one of us comes from different starting points. But ladies and gentlemen, allow me to say, where we come from does not define where we are going. And just like anything we want to master in life, there are stages. You can never uvuke nje wena ube yibhoza ube yigreat. There are stages to this thing, but there are levels to this thing. What's the first level? The first level is something we would like to call unconscious incompetence. Ningawari, ngizon explainela yona. Unconscious incompetence. This is the stage where we don't know what we are doing. We think we do, but we don't. We are moving, but we are misaligned. We are confident, but we are unprepared. Let me take you back to a time when you were in primary school and you had all these dreams, these aspirations. Ngifuna ukuba a lawyer, ngifuna ukuba a doctor, ngifuna ukuba a businessman. But little did you know that life one day would humble you. Little did you know ukuthi ufike ema university, rejection will find you. Little did you know when you go and apply for jobs, failure will find you. Little did you know ukuthi ubuyele ekhaya bayakubuza emphakathini ukuthi wena kahle kahle izinto zakho zihlangana nini. When are you becoming something? Pressure will find you. But hear this. I believe today that exposure is not your enemy. It is actually your introduction. Follow me. Before you grow, you must first be revealed. Circumstance doesn't make a man, it reveals him to himself. Those pressures, those words, that is good because it makes you uncomfortable. Am I talking to someone today? These are the things we go through daily as the youth. The pressure is heavy. But it is not there to break you. It is there to reveal what kind of material were you made with. Now, here is the stage that breaks most people. I'm sure you have all these dreams, these aspirations you had since you were a child. But manje so uyakhula manje uyabona ukuthi hey isimo ekhaya sikhomnandi. Isimo ekhaya sikhomnandi imali ayikho yokuyisa esikolweni. That was a reality for me as well. I didn't have money to go and pay for my university fees, but I was not going to be defeated. I took my bucket of scones and went and stood at the corner. Allow me to speak about the stage that breaks most people, conscious incompetence. This is the stage when we now see it, now we feel it, the distance between where we want to go and where we are. You realize, Zugusi, it will actually take a lot more than just dreaming about it. You realize that I'm not there, I've got work to do, and the truth hurts. This is where most people fail. This is why many of us are in taverns and in bars, in clubs, in constant celebration with no achievement. Not because we don't have potential, but it is because we can't deal with the feeling of being inadequate. Am I talking to someone today? So instead of growing, we distract ourselves. Emakhoneni sidas fasama pipe. Ngama weekend is sepeshini ebumnandini every day. Instead of facing it, we escape it. That is the situation that has plagued our age mates. That is the situation that has plagued the youth of this generation. Yes, we are talking about opportunities, but nale asikhulumeni ngayo. I said today when I began, I don't just want to speak to your ears. I want to speak to your spirit. I want you to hear me with your heart. Instead of building, we continue to celebrate nothing. But not us. Someone say it, not me. Say it louder, not me. Not me. I'll tell you why not you. Because you are here. You could have been a konen manje loku plomile namachita loku nkhuluma ngento engekho. But you decide you're gonna ugeze ugcoke uzwakale lana and come and hear about opportunities. Give yourself a round of applause. The feeling of being inadequate, as I have mentioned, it is not there to break you, it is there to awaken you. Mtano mnyama, awareness is not failure, it's awakening. Someone say awakening. Someone say awakening. And in that moment of awakening, we need to decide. We must make a decision. We must stop blaming our story and start building it. What's more important is where I am going. What is more important is what I am going to build from here. Because leadership starts where you are. It doesn't start in stages like this. No. Leadership doesn't start in glamorous positions or in offices wearing a tie. It begins in the quiet space between you and yourself. In a moment where you don't feel like waking up, but you have to. That's where leadership starts. Before you lead any crowds, before you want to be an influencer, can you lead yourself in the quiet room when it's just you and God alone? Leadership is responsibility. Leadership is influence. We have to make a decision to stay. Someone say, I will stay. We need to make a decision to stay when it's uncomfortable. To stay when we feel like we're left behind. To stay when it is hard. Even after this event, even after all these powerful, great ladies and gentlemen have spoken, after the fire, after the inspiration, the motivation, let's apply. We don't just feel good and sit with it. Say, hey, we don't just feel good and do nothing about it. We apply. Someone say, we apply. We apply. Because inspiration without action, let me tell you what it does. It fades. We refuse to leave this place the same. We refuse to leave this place the same. Do you agree? Then we step into the stage that builds warriors. Ladies and gentlemen, let me speak about conscious competence. You've got to this place, you've heard the opportunities. Mr. Masiza has organized and the whole Empower House has organized that these opportunities come to us. But it needs to take something from us. And it's called discipline. Because as much as these opportunities may be brought before us, they will not activate themselves. It needs our discipline. It needs consistency over emotion. There are days when you don't feel like waking up. Trust me, I have many of those. Those are the times where discipline needs to take over. We need to show up when nobody is watching. We need to repeat when it is boring. What feels like repetition is actually building power in you. Because growth is silent, but the results are loud. As Koyeni is saying, work in silence and let your Lambo make the noise. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you don't have to announce to your neighbors. No, just do it. Work in silence. Move in silence. Let them see you. But you know deep inside of you that there is something you are building. There's an aspired future that you are going to. Am I talking to someone today? What feels repetitive is building power. What tried to break us will start to build us. We are the generation that will turn pain into purpose. Because pain has two options. It can either destroy us or it can direct us. And today we choose direction. Today we choose direction. Then one day everything changes. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the last level of mastering your life. And this is unconscious competence. Which means you are competent even when you are no longer thinking about it. What you would try and do, there's gonna come a time when you no longer have to push yourself. You have become that very thing. There's gonna come a time in unconscious competence where you no longer try to be disciplined. You have become a disciplined person. I told you that today I don't want to speak to your ears, I want to speak to your hearts. Because this level of mastery requires something so profound. Someone say conviction. Someone say conviction. Not interest. Not motivation. Motivation is just the emotion. What you're feeling right now is emotions. But after this, there's going to come a quiet time where you're going to sit alone in your room and think about all the things you're not good at and how you are left behind by your friends. Motivation won't carry you there. Let me tell you what will carry you. It is conviction. Conviction is the part of your life when you tell yourself, come rain or high water, I am going to where I said I want to go. Let us have conviction. Conviction is the level where we no longer question if we can. We just move. It is who we are, and now our life becomes a message. Not just words, but proof. Proof that it is possible. Proof that it can be done. Proof that where we come from does not determine where we are going. But now let's make it real. Because for some of us, this is not just about success. For some of us, we are not just chasing dreams for comfort. We are fighting to change what's waiting at home. We have seen the struggle. We have felt the pressure. We have heard the silence when there isn't enough. We have seen the tears of our mothers. And deep inside, we've made a decision. Deep inside, we've made a decision that it has to be different with me. Some of us, we are the ones. We are the ones our families are depending on, even if they don't say it. We are the ones carrying the weight with no manual. The ones who cannot afford to stay the same. And that pressure, it's heavy. I know, it's heavy. But the pressure is not meant to break us, it is there to build us. So if you can stay a little longer in that uncomfortable place, if you can choose and make a decision today, before. If you can make a decision to say, I will rise in it. Someone say rise. Someone say rise. Because the struggle ends with us. The generational curses lack and everything that is bad ends with us. The limitations ends with us. Not by luck, but by decision. It will never happen by chance. It will happen by decision and discipline. Because we are not just doing this for applause. We are doing this so that one day, our families can breathe. We are doing this so that our homes can change and our story can shift. And one day someone will say, because you didn't quit, everything changed. Someone will say, because you didn't quit, I can do it too. I want people to walk into the same arena that we are in right now and say they came and gathered here and they went and did it, and because they did it, we can too. Someone say, I can too. When we feel like we are not enough, when we feel like quitting looks easier, remember our story matters. Remember, we are not failing, we are learning. We are not being left behind, we are in the process. So rise in the process. Rise in the discipline. Rise in purpose. Rise in faith in a relationship with the Creator. Because no one knows the creation better than the Creator himself. Let us rise in responsibility. Because mastery is not given, it is spelt. You know, you've been an amazing audience today. Please give yourself a round of applause. The word of the day. Word of the day before him. Word of the day.
Hey, Musa!
Yes, sir.
What's the word of the day?
The word of the day is when you're in love with the vision, the grind becomes like romance. You will wake up early, stay up late, fail forward, and still smile. Because the pain doesn't break you, it builds you. The setbacks don't stop you, they shape you. That's where greatness is born. Not just from effort, but from purpose-driven effort. Good morning, Tati!
But we could do better. I could see some of you in the audience connect the face to the voice there. Can we give it up for Musa? You are dynamite. Such a pleasure to watch and to listen to. And I know that a lot of young people are hearing your voice, not only on socials, but what you did here today is a testament that God is good, firstly, and that we pray over you, that you continue to shine, you continue to fly the flag of faith, but also of diligence and commitment high. Can we give it up for Musa one more time? I want to steal him. Shake your neighbor and say, arise. You're going to test that a little bit later on. But let me ask you a question. How many of us have applied for a job? Have you ever applied for a job? Is it all of us? Hey, there's some hands that are down. And how many of us got a rejection letter? Yo, Rorisang, how many rejection letters? But how many of us know that even though we were maybe qualified for those positions, that it's not that we didn't have the information, but we maybe didn't know how to present ourselves properly? Have you ever made that mistake? Where your CV is not the way it's supposed to be? Have we made those mistakes? Has anybody ever rocked up to an interview, not maybe dressed according to the way that they were supposed to? We've all made these mistakes, and I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable. This is why we're having this conversation today. That even the people who have jobs in this room all made mistakes that could have been avoided. And it's amazing what a little bit of information and clarity, when we receive it, can do for all of our careers. Now, the next guest, or rather speaker that we're calling on stage, is a conversation I'm looking forward to because I want us to leave here a little bit more prepared. I don't think there's any speaker who's gotten on stage and not have spoken about preparedness. So our next speaker is the author of Who Got the Job Ahead of You? Which is a practical guide to standing out even when competition is around you. And maybe we don't look at each other as competition, but it is a tough game of looking for a job. And she's here this morning or afternoon to speak to us. I'm speaking about Fusim Taung. She's a HR executive, and she specializes in talent acquisition and workplace readiness. And she's going to be with us today. To come and speak to us this afternoon. Come on, Vaal, we could do better. It's a he. They wrote she. Can we give it up for Fusim Taung, the he? Apologies.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Ke kopa testa pele ke hobane ke sa tshwitshwile hanyane la tseba di nerves di jwa aha okay ke lebo ke qale ka ho leboha Musa Sono umpompile ntate ke lebohe bohle ba buileng pele ho yena ke qotsitse mahlale a mangata moo ke leboha. Again, I was testing hore am I speaking the right language or not. Ke lebohe ntate Masiza EmpowaWorks for always creating these opportunities. Ntate Masiza, let me deal with you for a while. When I graduated in 2004, you were the main speaker at VUT during my graduation. You asked me this question. You said to me, what value are you going to sell to the world? Do you remember that? Now, I am so proud to be here where you're giving me the platform to share with the Vaal community what I have learned. Banabeso, This man is my hero. Ha ke fihla mona ke tswa Qwaqwa. Ke Motaung. Ke Motaung wa Moletsane wa Kgomo e tjitjha modisa Motebele. Re bana ba Senqu, re bana ba Maqadi a qila matsotobolo. Re qila ka lentswe le letenya thothobolong re ke mokoko lo moholo. Ba re ena le kgoka ena le seala ena le potomane. Ke nama e hlotseng menu le dithipa. Tsamaya hantle Rakgadi ya Moletsane. O se tsamaye o ika o iketseletsa, o tsamaye o lekise tapo ya Mphole le kololo. Ke nna eo. Ha ke fihla mona ke ile ka dula Sebokeng zone 13. Ke manga tseba zone 13? Zone 13 ke manga dula zone 13? Right? Ka dula le zone 10. Ke ya sekolong ke palama train kwa Gastrom. Ke manga tseba kwa Gastrom? Why am I telling you this? When I had the opportunity of learning from experts who used to have workshops like this, I had the opportunity to work for a number of HR consulting companies. Banabes, I was always amazed at how some people were getting jobs and others were not. So I then set about to say, I have to package these messages and share them with the young ones. Joali, hold on tight. Ereke share a few things. I only have 20 minutes to go. Joali, my testing is not working. Ke tlo bua le lona ka CV, ha ke qeta ke be ke bua le lona ka job interviews. I've condensed this. Usually I conduct this for the whole day, for learners, learnerships, interns, a lot of people, sometimes for 2 days. Ha ke qeta ho bua ka yona, ke tlo bua ka interviews. You can read the details under those. Joali, ha re qaleng. I apologize for the other slide that's blocking the other one. In Mamela, the speakers that were here, they are saying I should say the following. Young man, young lady, you are a business. No. Alang kutlwantle. Wena, o le motho o tsamaya ka maoto a mabedi, o kgwebo. Wena. So, if you think of yourself as a business, then ako ipotse, what kind of a billboard can you put up that speaks about you? Right. So if we agree that a billboard has 4 sides, if we are facing it directly, what should be the 4-sided message that you are telling, not just to the world, but to your market? If you are a business and you know something, there is a market for you. Mara, we take this for granted because nobody tells us these things. Ha re qale ka le site la pele. Le site la pele ke merchandise wa hao. O rekisa eng? Kore ha re bala CV ya hao tshwantse be re shebile eng, re batla eng. What is going to move our organization forward? What is your skill? What do you know? Ya bobedi. What messages are you sending about that? Right? Which is self-promotion. I am here to suggest to you who receive how haisale a paper. You confirmed to the program director that you have social media pages. A CV has become your social media account. Why do I say that? Because the things you articulate and explain and you share there follow you. So when you submit your CV, in the United States of America, they say 75% of companies, when they receive your CV, after that, before they call you for an interview, they check you on social media. So your social media has become your CV. What are you doing about your merchandise on LinkedIn? Do you tell people when you complete a certificate, when you complete a course, when you change a job, when you're looking for a job, do you do it now? 3, those are just examples. So I want you to focus in detail on this side. Lehlakore la boraro la hao is the people who should listen to you. Yes, we are tempted to want to be accepted by everybody. People who get jobs don't do that. Because ho batla mosebetsi, ho batla tjhelete, data, resources, everything. No. They say we identify companies and people we want to speak to and work for. And we deliberately go on LinkedIn, we go and network with them, and we show them the value we have. The idea of just sending CVs, le a tseba, e ka re duela ka mokoti. Last year, ke ne ke le Emfuleni local municipality. Officiela eferenageng la bona kere. Ha o pala mo re Leslie ke o tseta o feta. Ha ke kena ka mo, ho thwe batho ba applyela mosebetsi. I don't know what it was. Ke bone ma box a ka bang 5. A tsholoha di CV. Kore di CV tse ding se di wetse fatshe. Pelo ya ka e utlwa bohloko. Because that told me the majority of these CVs are not even going to be checked. So I know the reality that we are dealing with. Number 4, lehlakore la hao la ho qetela ke hore whenever you do something, a skill, finding a job, getting a job, or anything, do you update now? Because remember, people do it. On LinkedIn, they say, I'm happy to announce that I'm starting a new job. They share graduation picture. It has been a journey. What are they doing? They are administering. How much admin do you engage in? We can say a lot of things. You are not talking to the employer. Let me explain what is blocked out by the couches. Beautiful couches. Nice couches. Elevator pitch. Imagine out my Vaal Mall. Kapa kena Mark Park. Hona li lifting ya nenyo luang yang kamanika okay. Why wanna get? Lona lifere na khemos. Halisai. Lentelia. Le tseba lifting wanga. Le wanna get e wisa ka okay. Irike rukena ka mo. How can or tla? One of the CEOs is a seated in the mona. Kionor man. You gotta go tape. Potokina. What are you going to say within 30 seconds? Etlaitsa hore CEO yena call me, motivating for your suitability for a job. And it's only 5 lines. I'm applying for this. I have a BTech in this. I achieved 1, 2, 3. I led a team of society, whatever, I was a chairperson, and we increased numbers of members by 50%. You say something like that. What you get from me is initiative or great events management, whatever. What is it that you can do? That's what you say. Then contact me here. End of the story. That is 5 lines, Manabesu. 5 lines. Program director, you are correct. Long motivation letters, they no longer work. ATS is reading, remember. Right. When you get a call for an interview, this information you must get immediately that day. This one. Interviewing, okay? Kimang ang interviewang. Right. Thank you so much. So I'm told I should wrap up. I already spoke about preparation. Okay, you check your CV, you check the company. Why? Because then from there, you can start preparing for your interview by looking at the 10 questions. Those ones can be asked in any interview. No. Yes. You are young. The way you dress is the way you treat yourself. It is also the way you treat other people. They don't know you. You don't know them. Don't kick yourself out of the interview. Respect them. Arrive on time. Accept water, right? Very important. Do not misbehave even when you are waiting. Lantolamar. There are people who are asked to go back home before they even get into the interview because they are flirting. Be professional as much as possible. That interviewer also knows that you are nervous. Tell them. Say, you know, I'm actually nervous. Share the energy. I'm actually nervous. Let them help you to deal with your nerves. Do you want to go to the bathroom? Do you want water? Relax, I'm here, let's chat. You know, allow that. You're not in the interview to be asked questions and you answer quickly.